Tim, that's what I find frightening about the Democrats in Virginia. They aren't doing anything to help anybody.
Yep.
This is all about taking a very severe form of socialist, what they call Democrats, Democrats, socialist Democrats.
Yep.
It's Marxism by any other name.
Absolutely.
And they're trying to implement it. So I don't know. Have you studied much of the Second Amendment stuff they're trying to implement in Virginia?
I have. I've looked in
Tell us a bit about that, because I think it'd be good to hear about that.
Okay, well, if I may, just a little bit of background on the Second Amendment as well. I've been a great believer in it since I was here in America, and we back in those days when we had cowboy cap guns and all the rest of it.
Me too.
I started target shooting in the UK when I was 14, and I became a serious target shooter. And through my military career, that stood me in good stead. One of the things I like about the Second Amendment is that it basically says the good people of America, and I firmly believe 99+% of Americans are good people,
right?
Deserve the right to keep and bear arms to defend themselves against any threats and dangers, foreign or domestic.
Right.
And the problem is that the anti-gunners, which really started in the 1930s, started pushing to control guns, and they lie. They lie over and over and over, and they go overboard. And in some ways, the lies started back in the Wild West, which was nowhere near as wild as the papers and media of the day made out, or as Hollywood makes it out to be today.
Right.
And the big thing is that I look, as you say, at facts and figures around the Second Amendment. And the big news from that is that we now have more guns than ever before, almost half the guns on the planet, 500 million plus. I'm sure of that number. I can justify it to anybody. In the hands of private citizens in the US, the government only has 10 million. And despite that, the murder rate is the lowest it's been for 125 years.
Right.
That tells you a story. That tells you that good people defending themselves with guns works. And they should not be prevented from defending themselves.
Well, let me just step
right now, Virginia.
Yeah. So, and I lived in Fairfax County, which is now ground zero for this nonsense.
Yep.
From 1988 to 2021, and I legally owned a gun. I often went armed, and my gun never shot anybody. Isn't that amazing?
Yep.
How does that? I mean, it's like, so it's not the guns.
Well, there's another one that, 500 million guns. That's more than there are Americans, and yet there are not 500 million shootings every year.
Yeah, and right here within my grasp, I've got a half a dozen guns. Yep. I've got my, all around me, and in the community I live, everybody's very big pro. As a matter of fact, in North Carolina, you can open carry, and I've seen people open carry.
Yep.
And it's like,